Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Open Potato, and welcome yourself back to Prison Architect Island Bound. That's right. We are back, and we are trying to create a prison on an island. It may be challenging, it may be buggy, but we have perseverance by the bucket load. Indeed, we do. Okay, here's my plan for this run. We are going to start with a much more basic prison. I think, instead of going immediately for a ferry crossing, we are gonna try and get the basics established on this island. As you can see, we've loaded up into a brand new map, which brings with it a whole host of brand new opportunities. Very, very excited for all of the brand new opportunities that we are going to be seeing over the course of this playthrough. We want to get a basic detention center set up, and then we want to open up just a regular cell block. We're gonna start with a regular cafeteria, a regular cell block, and we are slowly but surely gonna build up to criminally insane patients, and hopefully we can get a proper prison with proper different areas for different security inmates. Right, so what do we need in the first instance? Well, we'll get the basic detention center set up. We'll also get the basic administration set up as well so that we can hire a warden. I'm going to, straight off the bat, hire a whole bunch of additional workmen because, let's be brutally honest, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait around for stuff to get built, so we're gonna immediately get that set up too. So that's great. I'm going to disregard any of the letters that we've got. Thank you very much for all of the updates on all of the island-bound features. Indeed, we're gonna chat about some of them over the course of this episode. We're gonna stick to our model of, having a brick building that contains the holding cell and also the shower, maybe even the canteen as well, given that this is so large. But you know what? We'll create a separate room for the kitchen over here. So we'll do that. We will have our administration building up over here so that we can keep things, somewhat separate. I also like the idea of an open plan office. To be honest, I deployed that. Last time, and to be honest, I thought it went well. I really like the look of it. Okay, so let's see if we can do something like that, and then I'll see if I can zone some offices just here. So that would be 4x4. I need to zone with this. Right. No, zone with objects. Yeah. Okay, cool. Zone a 4x4 office. I'm just roughly trying to see if I can get it built so that it looks semi-decent, and also, okay, that needs to go down there. We need to take the wall back a little bit, but that's totally fine. All right, let's take the wall back. Excellent. What am I doing? Why am I refusing to take the wall back? It's like I'm saying words, but my brain just isn't computing what's going on. Well, you know what? It happens to the best of us, and the worst of us in my case. Okay, so that's going to be 6 offices right over there. We still need to get a staff room set up as well. Something that I should make you aware of is that I have turned on staff needs. I don't think there is a way that I can actually show all of the modifiers that I've turned on, but I have turned on staff needs, which makes it a little bit more challenging in terms of providing for the staff. So that's kind of fun to look forward to, and we will need to make sure that we get a staff room ASAP. Of course, if you will have seen the recent video that I did, things went well, I would say, up until the game started breaking down, and then things didn't go so well, frankly. But one thing that I did note straight off the bat was that we needed to do better in terms of keeping our staff happy. So that is what we are going to try and do as soon as we sort out the admin area, which is what we were doing right over there. We will set up a little staff room over here where people can, just chill out, take a little bit of a load off their feet. Yeah, something like that looks pretty darn decent. We also need to get an area for the electricity generator and also the water pump. I think maybe somewhere in the middle, that would be okay. If we do something like that, then it means that we can stretch electricity cable to the top of the map, and then also the bottom. Cool. So apart from the fact that we haven't thrown down any doors yet, everything is looking to be fairly decent, if indeed I do say so myself. We throw down a staff door to each of those buildings. We've got a door in here, and we are ready to rock and roll. Okay, so that's good. Pretty happy with that. We're going to be finished with the foundation over here. The utility room, as I am now going to be referring to it as, needs an entrance. We'll throw that down over there. Wonderful. We are going to rebuild a concrete wall down the middle here. That's a absolutely horrific bit of building work, but that's fine. We will throw down a staff room. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a staff room. Excellent. And we will get the materials that are required inside that staff room pretty much ASAP because, I mean, we need to, right? We straight up need to. Right, so this is going to be 6 offices. This should deal with the warden, the chief, the foreman, all of the early game stuff we will be able to get. We will be able to get in this building here, which I'm quite happy about. We need to zone this area as a holding cell. Excellent. That looks pretty darn good to me. We need to make sure that it is fully enclosed, which I'm going to do with barred walls, because there is something that is satisfying about using barred walls in a holding cell. I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. I just like doing it. Maybe that's just me. It probably is, but I flippin' love doing it. All right, toilet. Let's get a couple of toilets. Great, and that's it, really. That is absolutely everything. Cool, so now we need to find space for a kitchen and a canteen. Let's do that. You'll notice, by the way, that I'm absolutely flying through this. This is, you know, as I say, the first basic design that we're really going to deploy. And, you know, it's not meant to be a long-term solution. It's meant to be a short-term solution. There is, of course, no point in building a ridiculously over-complex structure if indeed all that's going to happen is that it bugs out halfway through once we get more complex prisoners. So, you know, I'm reasonably relaxed about the whole thing. Right, we'll get the power station down. We will get a capacitor down. I've just realized that we are not going to have enough space in here to squeeze in the water pump. However, if I expand the building just a little bit, then that will be fine. Staff door, dismantle the staff door. Once somebody dismantles the staff door, then we're going to be able to re-put it down, redeploy our assets. That's right. That seems, you know, remarkably commercial, remarkably technical, jargony. I like it. Okay, let's throw down the conduit to power up the staff room and the offices. This isn't a very particularly complex process, as you'll be able to see. Same with that over there. Wonderful. That looks pretty darn good if you ask me. I tell you what, the fact that all of our supplies arrive by boat it's something. It's something. I mean, we can get an additional boat dock, can't we? Is that something that I really want to do? I mean, we've got one additional boat dock, like, ready in store. Should we just do it? I think maybe we honestly just go for it, to be honest. Let's get another boat dock down. Why not? I mean, 2 boat docks technically means that resources are going to arrive more quickly. As the supply boats, there can only be 1 supply boat in the dock at a time, obviously, as you can probably see with your own 2 eyes. However, in saying that, having a secondary boat dock means that we're going to be getting more prisoners more quickly, which does strike me as a negative. Usually, I would say more prisoners more quickly is a positive. However, that's not always the case. Sometimes the number of prisoners that your prison intakes can be overwhelmingly large. And certainly, I'm never one to shy away from taking a ludicrously large amount of prisoners in. That's definitely not something that I'm ever afraid of doing. I should be more hesitant about it, but I never am. I never ever am. Okay, let's throw down the required bits and bobs that we need for the staff room. Drinks machine, etc. Obviously, the lights will turn on once we have all of the conduit installed. I'm going to install 1 office, and I'm just going to copy and paste. I'm going to copy and paste all of the different bits and bobs that are required for an office. Now, we can upgrade the offices if we want to put more complex stuff in to make people work more efficiently in the office, but, you know, there's not really any pressing pressure to do that. Not at this moment in time. Link up that conduit. Excellent. I mean, everything looks like it's going fairly darned well, to be honest. We need to get the large pipes in. We will get a pipe to come down this way. Wonderful. And we will get this to come across here like so. Excellent. So, this building will need to be expanded at some point to account for the fact that we need to get a water boiler in there somehow. I mean, there needs to be some way to heat water. It has to happen. Because if it doesn't, then people are going to get cold during the winter months. We do indeed have temperature turned on. So there is a temperature component to our playthrough as well. As I say, pretty much everything that makes it a harder game that isn't in the mutator menu is in. So I would describe the playthrough that we're going to be attempting as like the hardest basic playthrough that you can kind of do without making the game farcical, to be honest. So we're certainly going to try our very best to survive and thrive in what might be fairly challenging conditions, but you know, we'll wait and see. Okay, let's get a couple of cookers down. Let's get a couple of fridges down. I also want to see if we can try and get some sinks down, some serving tables. Excellent. I think 2 serving tables seems reasonable, and then we will get some tables. Yeah, some canteen tables. Nothing major. Again, this is only to deal with, you know, the holding cell. What the heck is this? There we go. Did I install that door in the wrong location? It does look like it's installed in the wrong location, but that's fine. All right, sell that pile of logs. That's absolutely a-okay. Also, we should just throw down a storeroom as well, just so that we can move all of our logs to this location. So we've got garbage, deliveries, and storage. That's all perfect. Holding cell is almost done, and as soon as the door is moved around, we'll be in a great position. Staff room should be finished. Wonderful. The office is almost finished. As soon as the filing cabinet is deployed, then we can go into the quick build menu. We can go into clone, and we will just clone the office and just buy whatever it is, 5 other carbon copies of the office. And that should be great. Financially, we're in an a-okay position. We're in a really, really good position, in fact. I really feel like something is wrong here. Dismantle this door. I've already supposedly moved it around, and yet that has done relatively little. Right. Okay, we've got the barred walls here, which is great. Can we get this moved to the storage area, please? That would be excellent. Give me the opportunity to throw down a door. Large jail door, yes. Let me try throwing it down over there, and then we'll see if we can try and get some additional barred walls in here. Right. So we're going to maneuver it around a little bit. All right. That's looking good. The kitchen is looking great. Just need to make sure that we connect up a small water pipe. Simple as that. We don't need any other water supply for this area up here, so that's great. Storage is looking grand. Very, very happy with that. We need to hire staff. That's obviously something that we need to do. However, we'll get to that in just a second. No, it's still the holding cell. There we go. Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That works like a charm. Supposedly that works. Not entirely sure why it does. I mean, it doesn't look like it's in the right orientation. Okay, there we go. Now it does look like it's in the right orientation. Right, so we're just leaving it open, apparently. That seems like a security lapse and something that should not be happening, but there we go. Okay, let's hire staff. We need a whole bunch of staff. We need the warden, although we can't do that because it exceeds the daily budget. Bit of a problem. We're going to have to hire, we're going to have to fire some of these wonderful employees. Hate to break it to you guys. Sorry, we're back down to 10 members of staff. In order to get the warden, who is very much required. We need to unlock finance through bureaucracy, so let's do that. Let's immediately start with that. Then after that, we'll unlock maintenance. Then after that, we'll unlock health, and then security. Just queue up all of the costs now. There's no real reason not to, right? Okay, still need to build a shower. Still need to build a yard. That's fine. 2 guards, 2 cooks. Let's get the cooks. Let's get the guards. Excellent. A yard. A yard can be in the center here. I mean, I don't love the idea of a yard being in the center of the island. What about we have a yard out the back here? I much prefer the idea of a yard out the back. That seems much more fitting, if you ask me. And then we will demolish this wall right here, and we will stick in a... I feel like a fence gate would be the most appropriate thing to put in here, although I think I want to put in a large jail door, just to make sure that we've got, you know, the highest level of security possible. Right, so that'll take care of the yard. That leaves us with the requirement to get a shower. I'm pretty sure that there's just going to be a shower in the hallway here, at least. I say I'm pretty sure, like I'm not planning to do that, but let me tell you that I'm absolutely planning to do that. So we'll get a shower down there, and then we will go into objects, and we will get some drains in some key locations. Get drains down there, shower heads at the edge of the room, in the center of the room. I mean, it's a little bit janky, but you know what? I kind of like it. Again, it bears repeating. You know, this is a temporary setup. You can never have too temporary a setup. That's the worst planning that I've ever seen in my whole gosh darned life. This needs to be pipe. Cool. All right, so that is everything that we require in order to complete, I'm pretty sure, both of the basic dissension center grants and the administration center grants. So let's get those done reasonably swiftly, please, builders. That would be great. I don't think there's anything else holding us back. The night is almost upon us, although truthfully I don't think that will present us with too much of a problem. Also, I'm going to just turn up the volume, but for some obscure reason it seems to not always be turned up to the appropriate volume. Okay, let's dismantle this lamp and dismantle that lamp as well, because they're in pretty poor locations, but that's fine. Let's get a yard allocated, and let's collect our 10 grand check. Yes. Excellent. Okay, minimum size of 5 by 5. Is this not 5 by 5? It's only 4 meters. It's only 4 meters wide. Okay, that can be amended. Let me go into walls. Let me get a little bit of additional fence over here. This fence can't be expanded into the water over here unless we wanted to get rid of the water, but no need to do that quite yet. We've unlocked bureaucracy through finance, or unlocked finance through bureaucracy. Frankly, in my mind, there is no difference. Let's hire an accountant. Let's collect our grant completion. And let's immediately start work on, what, a bank loan? Tax relief? Tax relief seems good, but I don't really want to splurge all my cash on that. Okay, you know what? Finance accountant person, you can just chill out at the moment. I'm not particularly bothered about what you do. That's okay. All right, let's get the yard expanded properly whilst it is the evening time and nothing particularly is happening. There we go. Excellent. 10 grand. Thank you very much. Very, very happy with that. Right. So let's get some benches outside. In fact, I can get some bleachers. I mean, what's more iconic than some bleachers in a prison yard, right? Let's absolutely do that. Let's get some phone booths as well. There's always phone booths within which prisoners can arrange to have contraband brought in to the prison. That's always quite fun. I also really like the idea of having some floodlights. So let's get some floodlights in here. What the heck, right? Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I may get some signs at some point, although I feel like signs are, you know, a luxury item, really, and not super required. Okay, so that is the first two most basic grants out of the way. Cell block A is a great shout, to be honest. I really like the idea of cell block A. Obviously, we want to get the criminally insane wing. However, I've already talked about the way in which we go about ascertaining the criminally insane wing. We get it, but we get it in time. You know, over the course of time, I should say. Cell block A. Let's get cell block A. Let's get a medical ward as well. We've already queued up health to be researched by the warden, so that's fine. Prison maintenance is another good one that we're probably going to end up going for. But that's just a couple. Okay, I think that we probably want to try and get our we probably want to try and get our cell block A over here. Yeah, somewhere in this vicinity, I feel, is probably where it should be. That's just about the largest size of building that we can deal with. We've got the prisoners that are arriving right now by boat, which is excellent. What the heck? What are you? You're minimum security. Okay, so we got a couple of minimum security, and then a couple of medium security as well. As I've already said, I want to differentiate areas of the prison. I want to have a medium security area, and then I want to have a maximum security area, criminally insane wing, etc., etc., etc. I want it all. I really am very keen to do that. Right, so let's see if we can try and zone out a setup over here. So I think we're going to start with just medium security. Medium security is going to be the default. Is going to be the default. Is going to be the default style of prison that we're going to have. We're going to have a pathway that runs all the way up here. Let's continue. I want to make sure that I plan it out properly this time, so that I don't end up missing a couple of walls, because missing walls is one of my least favorite things to do. So we need to leave a line there. Plonk that back in there. Right. So that's grand. If indeed I'm not mistaken, this is how this is going to work. Cool. Okay, this is going to be loads and loads and loads of capacity. Loads and loads and loads of capacity. Okay, so pathway needs to go down here, like so. The only real question is now, have I done? Oh my goodness! Look at that! Look at that! Could you have predicted that it would end up any more perfectly? I frankly could not. Okay, well that is great. I'm very chuffed with that. That looks excellent. That looks absolutely brilliant for a first wing. Let's get some brick building down. It's going to cost me 11 grand, but it's going to be an absolutely worthwhile investment. And then we are going to make sure that we can flesh out all of the rooms as much as we possibly can. That's what we're after. The guards should be moving everyone to the holding cell. It might take a little bit of time for 2 guards to do it, but they will no doubt manage. We need to keep an eye on prisoner needs, etc., and we need to get a psychologist in order to do just that. Now, we can hire a psychiatrist, which is a completely different word that begins with P, but I always conflate and confuse the two. Yeah, the psychiatrist deals with criminally insane patients, and the psychologist deals with the needs of prisoners, if I'm not mistaken. Right. So we obviously don't want to, just throw our prisoners into completely squalid conditions. However, squalid conditions are cheap, and therefore that's kind of the way I operate, really. Psychology, let's get queued up. Education doesn't need to be queued up quite yet. I'm gonna unlock groundskeeping and cleaning as well. Just queue it up to be done. We will buy a foreman. There we go. You can have an assigned office as well. Congratulations. And we can get to work on the janitor and the groundskeeper, because you know what they say, a tidy prison is a less prone to rioting prison. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if that's what people say. Absolutely zero conception of if that's what they say. Right, throw down a large jail door. Throw it down right over yonder. The workers are doing a grand old job. Very pleased with that. We've got a decent amount of cash flow. The guards are still yet to move all of the prisoners into the holding cell, but that's okay. That is totally fine. Very happy with that. Do we need anything else for the yard? The yard seems a little decrepit, to be honest. Maybe I'll buy a couple of additional bits and bobs in the yard. How about that? An outdoor table? Sure, we'll throw down an outdoor table. I want to make sure that nobody can actually escape, so I'm not going to put anything super near the wall, or the fence, should I say. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty reasonably happy with that. So the prisoner capacity is going to be raised to 15 very, very shortly indeed. As soon as this big old building is done, we can get the blueprint of a cell done. And then from then on, we can just copy and paste it with the quick build menu, which I absolutely adore. It is truly fantastic. It really is the greatest. I don't think it's going to be altogether too difficult to feed all of our prisoners at this moment in time. On the contrary, we should be fine. I am going to just actually take this opportunity to stick down a staff door over there so that staff can get into the kitchen without going through the canteen. Just seems like a good idea, to be honest. Right, this is going to be the medium security prison cell. So we're going to use this as the blueprint. We will get some regular old doors. Jail door oranged? Oh yeah, let's get some orange jail doors. That seems absolutely like the right thing to do here. And then let's throw down some toilets. I know we can give our prisoners like a decent. We can give them a decent room, but I really don't care about giving them a decent room. Not at this moment in time. Not until they start to riot. When they start to riot, that's when you realize you have to start taking their needs somewhat seriously. I'm not at that stage yet. Right, so we've got our base blueprint down. So as soon as the workers are able to build that, then we can get that copy and pasted, and then we can remove all of these plans. Also, this door is going to be locked open because, frankly, I cannot be bothered getting a guard over there to open it up for all of the workers whenever somebody needs to do anything to the inside of this enclosure here. Righty. Also, we should think ahead and where we want to get the medical wing. That seems like something that we should consider. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I feel like visitation should go over here somewhere, assuming that we're going to allow our prisoners to have visitors. Okay, let me open this door. Open the door. Open the door. Excellent. Okay, let's quick build the heck out of this enclosure, shall we? What? Maybe try that instead? Okay, cool. That looks good to me. And that looks good to me. Right, get this rotated so that it's in that orientation. Wonderful. Like that. Yes, I know we need to fill in a couple of bits. Couple of bits of wall. But that's fine for the most part. There we go. There we go. There we go. Still got plenty of dosh in the bank. Wonderful. Okay, let's get all of that built as swiftly as we possibly can. I'm also going to queue up the utilities. So, we will do this, this, this. I should also note that I have escape attempts turned on. So, there may very well be some escape attempts through the piping system. Honestly, I relish the idea of somebody trying to escape via the pipe network. I mean, escapes just in general have a sort of legendary status in my mind, right? You know, Shawshank Redemption style. I would love to see a prisoner try to crawl out through a sewage tube. Frankly, if you've got the guts to crawl out through a sewage tube, I don't want to say that you necessarily deserve your freedom, but holy cow, that requires some level of commitment. That really does. Anyway, how are these prisoners looking? They don't seem particularly agitated, which is good. It's great. In saying that, we should be able to get all of these prison cells up and running fairly shortly, in fact. So that's really, really great. Let me just manually fill in all of the walls that are missing. It's a little bit difficult to see here, but I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Grand, and then we throw it in as fast a speed as we possibly can. And that keeps things great. Okay, the storage area is not looking great. There's a bunch of stuff here. I've just noticed that we do have a helipad. Why don't we see if we can deploy a helipad? Heck yeah, dude, a helipad. Where the heck are we going to deploy a helipad? I feel like in the center. I feel like in the center of the enclosure would be, you know, would be fine. However, I'm going to stick it up near the staff room just in case. Just in case there can be legendary prisoner escapes via helicopter. And if that's the case, I don't really want to give the prisoners a get-out-of-jail-free card. Literally by putting the helicopter pad right in the center of the prison. But you never know. That may change as we go forward. Uh-oh. I think that is a power cut, unfortunately. That's fine. We can deal with that. We'll just get, what, 2 more capacitors? 2 more capacitors, and let's make that high priority, both of them. We'll see if we can try and switch it on, although I doubt that we're going to be able to. It might end up just breaking again. Have we placed the helipad? We've placed the helipad. Holy heck, that's cool. I mean, I do want to determine what comes in via helicopter, because I'm not honestly that bothered about supplies coming in via helicopter. That doesn't really seem like a very cost-effective or environmentally friendly way of getting resources to where they need to be. Excellent. Okay, so that is the capacitors installed. That is all that we really require. These lights, by the way, I think are no longer necessary, given that they are on walls. There we go. Yeah. Cool. We'll get them disassembled at some point. There's no particular rush to do so. Have we installed all of the utilities already? How did we manage to install all of the utilities before installing the rest of everything? And also, how have I managed to spend all of my cash on these rooms? That seems not perfect, to be honest. I thought I'd bought all of the equipment, but perhaps I hadn't. We have no money. We have absolutely no money, and we've got a couple of additional prisoners arriving. Well, that's fine. You know, I'm perfectly happy to see more prisoners arriving. Do we need to hire anyone? No, we don't need to hire anyone. Have we unlocked health? We have unlocked health through bureaucracy, which is great. We've also unlocked security as well. So you know what? We've got a couple of grants that we can accept at some point. That's definitely something that we can look forward to, which is great. The good news is that we're also going to be able to start moving prisoners into these cells. So that's pretty great. Are they all kitted out? Yeah, they should. Some of them should be kitted out, to be honest. They should be kitted out. Yeah. Why are some of them not showing as livable? Because they should very well be livable at this point. There we go. Yeah. What is even happening? What is even happening in the in the enclosure over here in the holding cell? I don't even know what's happening in there. That's kind of a worry, to be honest. I guess we're about to find out as soon as the next couple of prisoner boats arrive. Okay, open the door. Okay, everyone seems pretty chill. Everyone seems like they're just sort of existing in the holding cell for now. What's going on? Warmth environment? Yeah. That's a real good point. I have absolutely no idea how cold it is in this room. Do I care? I mean, it is spring, it is summery, it is warm, which is nice. Let me open the door here. Get that installed. Wonderful. What is the capacity? Oh, yeah, I tell you what. I tell you what the issue is. I tell you what the issue is here, folks. I haven't assigned it as a particular room. That's right. I didn't even assign it as a cell. Just literally a basic cell would have been great. I was clearly so far ahead in my head of where I should have been that I didn't even consider what the heck was happening. How strange. Okay, well that completes our grant. That's excellent. That gives us a capacity of 23, which is real nice. Really quick question. Why did that wall not end up getting built? I don't really know. Yeah. Either way, it doesn't particularly matter. The guards should be able to move people into their rooms now, which is excellent. Let me get this door open so that people can exercise out in the yard. Or, you know, you could just chill out in the doorway. That's totally a productive use of your time, I guess. Alright, keep on spending that cash in order to raise our capacity further. We've got 18 prisoners and space for 26, so we should be fine, actually. Okay, gonna hire 4 additional guards. We're gonna hire the chief as well. Ah, look. Look. We had prisoners arriving via helipad. That is cool. Very, very cool indeed. Staff morale is low. Maybe it's time that I think about giving my staff a pay rise. How about that? Just joking. No, never. Never, ever, ever. Right. So this is looking real fancy. I like this a lot. We don't have exclusively orange walls. However, that is something that I want to get, right? I want to get yellow walls. 4 staff have serious complaints. Really? Really? How do I check that? Do I need needs? What are the serious complaints? Is there a way of telling? I believe there probably is. They do have a lot of jobs, to be honest. There are a lot of things that need to be done. Yeah. Okay, I think we need a psychologist in order to figure out exactly what the heck is wrong. We can get a psychologist, and you know what? There's no reason not to, right? A little bit pricey, but it's fine. Hire a psychologist, excellent. We need to get a medical ward built as well. I believe we finished the research. Right. So needs, staff needs. What do staff need? They need warmth and they need food. Staff-only canteens. Okay, staff-only canteens are indeed a thing. We need to get one. Why the heck not, right? Let's get a staff-only canteen. However, I'm gonna do that after I get a brand new grant, and the grant is gonna be prison maintenance, because that only requires us to hire what? 2 janitors and 2 gardeners. Excellent. So we do that. And they're able to move. Yep, just fine. Cool. Excellent. Brilliant. Okay, so let's get a staff-only canteen. Where should we put it? I guess, like, this area over here? Sure. Let's do that. Let's do that right in there. Let's do that right in there. Let's get a staff-only door. Get a door from the staff room and a door from the outside. And a door from the admin office as well. That seems fine. All right, this is looking real nice. Apart from all of these ridiculous lamps, which just are completely out of place. That's fine. Let's get you dismantled. Dismantled. Yeah. So this was just I think this is just left over from the copy and pasting that I did. Doesn't really matter. It's not going to take too long to get these disassembled, because there's a lamp in every bedroom, so the prisoners aren't going to be in the dark, which is a-okay. Okay, staff morale is high. There's about to be a staff canteen which is going to get built, so you know the staff should have absolutely no reason to complain. We're just going to keep the kitchen the same, so the staff may indeed have to eat the same gruel as the prisoners, for which I am very apologetic. Very, very apologetic to the staff. Also, this storage area is going to get expanded slightly. Let's expand it up a little bit, because we got a couple of light bulbs. We got a couple of light bulbs which need to be stored. A couple of light bulb boxes. Could be stored by the janitors. What the heck is this? Polaroid? Uh-oh. This looks like we've got a gang. A gang in the prison. That is a worry. Yeah, that is a big old worry. Why the heck is a bed not being deployed in this room? Right, deploy the bed. Deploy the bed. Okay, looking good. I mean, video game, I kind of didn't want you to do what you just ended up doing. This is supposed to be a staff canteen. And, you know, I'm as much of a fan of open office environments. However, I feel like, you know, people eating their lunch deserve a little bit of privacy, right? Right? Is that crazy to say? Throw down a canteen. It doesn't need to be a bespoke staff canteen, does it? Not as far as I'm aware. That's cool. We'll get a serving table and a bench, etc. Very simple setup. Yeah, we're gonna keep it reasonably small as well, as it's not super required of us to have a huge number of tables and or benches. Cool. I think that seems totally adequate. Yeah, that seems great. Alrighty. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to open that door as it's no longer required, or continual access is no longer required, so that's good. We completed very, very swiftly indeed the prison, whatever it was, prison maintenance grant, so that's great. Cell block B, how many cells do we have at the moment? 32 cells. I mean, that's not terrible. Visitation rights, I like the idea of building a visitation room. Security procedure certification, this is going to be reasonably easy to get. We might as well get it, right? Hire 10 guards, easy peasy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a couple of additional guards. Unlock patrols through bureaucracy. Happy to do that for $1,000. That's completely fine. I tell you what, I will get an extra grant organized through the accountant, so that's $1,000. Anything else that we particularly care about right now? Micromanagement is something that I should also get as well, just so that I can manage food flow, if indeed I need to manage food flow. No prisoners assigned to eat at the canteen. Yeah, is the staff canteen? How do I clarify that it's a staff canteen? There does seem to be a need for it to be a staff canteen. It's a great question. It's a really great question. Is it something that I need to unlock? It may well be something that I need to unlock. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. No, seemingly nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. I may just be able to do that once we unlock logistics. So I think we'll just have to unlock micromanagement, and then we'll be there, to be honest. Okay, patrols is being worked on. That's cool. Medical ward. Yes, almost forgotten about a medical ward. I feel like a medical ward around the back of the building over here would be a good place to put it. Yeah, we stick it in there, something like that. I think that's big enough that we can probably hold a good number of prisoners in here, good number of beds. Tell you what, we can even have a door coming through there. Staff door enters over there. That's cool. So we get all that down. Then we throw down an infirmary room, and that is totally fine. Staff morale is high. Danger level is low. The security chief is not detecting any potential riots or anything along those lines, which is grand. Very, very happy with that. No canteens accessible by this prison. That's not good. People are probably going to be getting hungry. So can I unlock micromanagement as swiftly as we possibly can, please? Yeah, I don't think it needs to be within the same enclosure. However, I guess it has its advantages, because then it's much, much easier for us to... 2 doctors. Then it's much easier for the game to find out exactly where the prisoners are supposed to go. Let's get an infirmary, and let's throw down, like, a medical bed. What am I looking for? Medical bed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. That is, you know, entirely surplus to requirement. We're not going to need, hopefully, a medical bed for a good long time. But there you go. Okay, patrols are almost done. That's grand. Once we've got patrols done, we're going to have patrols going through the through the building over here, through the cell block A, which is grand. We completed the medical infirmary grant, which is very, very cool indeed. Or the medical grant, whatever the heck it's called. I think we just completed micromanagement. We did indeed. Okay, so. I would like to... Food distribution. Is there a way that I'm able to... Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's grand. And then can I say... This counts as a canteen? This counts as a canteen. Is there a way that I can say this is a staff-only area? That's what I'm after, right? Because there is a way... Okay, let me look at temperature. The temperature is pretty darn low, actually. Okay, so I didn't realize that this was such an issue. Ah, a gang cell. Look at that. That is very, very cool indeed. Okay, well, we're gonna need to think of some way to deal with the gang problems that will no doubt emerge as we go, because ideally we want to try and keep those separate gangs separated. But there's, you know, frankly, little that maybe we're able to do about that. Okay, let's throw down a water boiler because we're gonna need it. I didn't realize that things were as cold as they actually are. I want to... Yeah, it's this area that I can put as staff only. Right, this entire area is staff only. It's now officially declared as a staff only canteen, which should mean that staff members are able to eat there, which is grand. Very, very happy with that indeed. There are no prisoners assigned to eat at this canteen. I thought I had assigned everyone to eat at that canteen. I really was under that impression that I had. Maybe I haven't. It looks like I have. This counts as a maximum security sector. I feel like this needs to be classified as a medium security grading. 14 inmates are housed in medium security. Yeah, but the really weird thing... Meals being cooked 3, prisoners assigned 0. Why the heck? Why the heck? Okay, assign that as medium security. Any prisoners assigned now? No, still nothing. Still nothing, surprisingly. That's a really, really funky problem. Staff meals, there we go. Staff are definitely getting their meals now, which is excellent. Yeah. There is no way that I can assign. There's no way that I can assign this. Right. Yeah, but that still doesn't show as everything. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? Hopefully, there's no kitchens capable. I mean, there was just a second ago. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's see if any prisoners are able to eat at it now. Although it doesn't look like that is happening. Yeah, very peculiar. Very, 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 very peculiar. Okay, well, maybe it'll hopefully reset once we have time to cook. Okay, I'm gonna open this door to let the janitor out. The janitor is in a pretty vulnerable position right now. Not entirely sure what he's doing inside a prisoner's cell. Very, very, very suspicious, if you ask me. Highly suspicious. Right, it's time to fix our heating issues, which I didn't really think would be that much of an issue. Yeah, is it a big water pipe that I need to supply? Let me see if I need to supply a big water pipe or if I can just get away with a small one. We'll see in just a second. Okay, so it looks like the medium security prisoners have been moved, or have been, well, the medium security prisoners remain in the cell block. The minimum security prisoners have been moved out of the cell block. I mean, we've got capacity for 32 medium security. We need to get a minimum security area with a couple more privileges. But at the moment, the holding cell is, frankly, an inadequate area to hold minimum security prisoners. Righty, let's go back into overlay. No, I think we need hot water, right? I think if I can recall, it's small pipes which we need to take hot water through. Yeah, we need to pump hot water through small pipes, which is exactly why I probably want to get a more localized boiler setup. Am I doing this even remotely correctly? I need to be using the hot water pipe. Potato, you complete idiot. Okay, let me dismantle the boiler, and then I'm gonna get a boiler down at the bottom corner over here. Right, so let the boiler get disassembled. Right, wonderful. Yeah, get it disassembled. Then we get a water boiler out here. In fact, it could even go in the gap between. Yeah, it could even go in the gap between buildings there. I mean, it is a little bit dodgy, but that's fine. Okay, we got a couple of additional prisoners arriving. 6 minimum security, 15 medium security. We've also got a bunch of families that are waiting to visit. And not to mention the fact that I still have not got around to assigning any patrol routes yet, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Let me go into patrols. A blue patrol. I mean, there's only one patrol route at the moment that we really require, to be honest. And we will assign 3 guards to that patrol route, purely because I need the money from the grant, as opposed to that's a good strategy, which I wish to deploy. But there we go. That goes in there. Excellent. Fine. Hot water pipe. Let me see. Now, is a radiator a thing that we can get? A radiator is indeed a thing that we can get. I think I want to get a radiator in. Do we need to get it in every room? I don't think we necessarily need to get it in every room. But let's at least get, what, like 4? Nah, we'll get 6. That seems very reasonable to me. And then after that, we can get a hot water pipe set up to run around here. I don't actually know exactly how far the hot water will carry. However, it will be seen. It will be seen in just a little bit. It's the wrong place to put a hot water pipe, Potato. Just FYI. Alright, we'll wait for all of that stuff to get built. That's pretty excellent. Is anyone eating at the canteen? Hygiene? No. No. Nobody's getting a shower, which is bad. I'm not happy about that, to be honest. Not happy about that at all. Makes me think that maybe we need to get a bespoke canteen for this area. Either that or link it up to this canteen via a corridor. You know, that might be something that we need to do. Okay, you know what we can fix? We can fix the shower issue. The shower issue can be fixed by building an area out here. There we go. Excellent. So this is going to be the shower room. It's a little bit of a funky looking room, but I've got a really, really nice idea about how we make it work really, really well. Also, now that we've got the radiators installed, we should be able to take a little bit of another evaluation of our temperatures everywhere, which is exactly what we're going to do in a very, very short while. We're about to receive prisoners as well, which is going to give us a nice chunk of change, if indeed I do say so myself. Not to mention the fact that we need to accept a whole bunch of additional grants. 12 prisoners have serious complaints. It's a bunch of hygiene complaints. Warmth as well may well be an issue. Warmth is a bit of an issue, yeah. Food doesn't seem to be an issue quite yet. What's the regime saying in terms of food? Okay, the regime is actually okay in terms of food. We got two decent two decent times when people can eat. All right. Everyone's pretty chill at this moment in time. There are only 2 gang members. Here's hoping that maybe we can move them out of direct confrontation with each other, or at least move them away from one another. This wall, by the way, doesn't need to be here, but apparently it's just going to disassemble the entirety of the wall in this vicinity. Not exactly over the moon about that, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Okay. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, no, 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 no. Right, you are definitely going to make an escape for it. I'm a little bit disappointed in you, to be honest. A little bit disappointed in you, to be honest. There we go. Capture you. There you go. There we go. There we go. Injure you a little bit. Looking fine. Looking fine. Okay, looks like the meals for the prisoners are... Okay, please do not drown. Can we get you moved to the infirmary? Like, as swiftly as we possibly can, please. Also, we need to get a wall erected over here so that we can separate the infirmary. Whoa! How did you die? That is not good at all. How the heck did that happen? What the heck? He was tough and he was fearless. He saw an opportunity and he flippin' went for it. Wowzers. Well, I'm deeply disappointed. I'm deeply disappointed that that ended up happening, to be honest. Deeply disappointed. Also, woe is me, I have used concrete when I meant to use brick. That is very, very disappointing indeed. Okay, also, this wall is going to end up being unerected. I can just feel it. Okay, just cancel that entire structure there. And instead, just give me a... Just give me a wall over there. Sure. Okay. No canteens are accessible. The meals have been cooked, and... Yeah, there we go. Is that going to work? That doesn't seem to provide too much of a problem. Okay, that's good. That's good. I presume that a couple of people are going to be pretty agitated about the food or lack thereof, but that should be fine, hopefully. Alrighty. Then we can go about disassembling this wall right over here, and then we can go about assembling a shower room. Excellent. So this shower room is going to be completely covered in shower pillars, I hope. And I'm using that to hold all of the shower heads. Look at this. This is going to be like a proper... That's a bad place for it. A proper shower room. Brilliant. What am I looking for? Another shower pillar down here. Cool. We can only fit a couple, but that's fine. And then we'll get shower heads all the way along the back wall over here. Wonderful. That looks excellent. We get 2 drains just at the door. Yep, that's cool. That's looking good. And this doesn't need to exist. Can we cancel this? Bulldoze that. Just bulldoze it. Get rid of it. Alright. Let me have a little look at the temperature situation, please. Logistics, temperature. Oh, it's a balmy 20 degrees Celsius. A balmy 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, so heating has been rectified. A little bit chillier over here. Didn't really anticipate giving the members of staff a comfortable working environment. Perhaps I should have. Perhaps I should have. Let me get a couple of radiators just to make sure that nobody feels too unbelievably agitated over here. We'll get, what, like 3? 3 radiators. We'll throw down a boiler. Throw down a water boiler over here. We'll leave it outside because that's the sort of... that's the sort of guy that I am. That looks like it's going to connect absolutely everything up. Maybe one more over there. but that should sort us right out. Right, it's eating time. Are we eating? We should be eating. But yet we're not. Yet we are not, and that is a big old problem. Foundations, brick. Just build the foundation in there, please, video game. That would be excellent. Okay, let's go into utilities. Let's get a bunch of water pipes around here. Bada bim, bada boom. What do you know? That all looks grand. So the shower area is now accessible. That's looking good. We've only fed like 3 prisoners, which is very not good. We got 36 prisoners arriving tomorrow, which might not end up happening if you ask me. But I think that that's a pretty darn good place to wrap this here episode up of Prison Architect. Ladies and gents, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks also to the Orbital Potato Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/orbitalpotato. If you're interested in helping out make videos like this possible, check that out. Thanks to Banana and C Senpai for being the $225+ plus tier patrons, and I will see you next time. Bye.